Hey there, Marketplace Ministers. This is Scott Whitwam. In business, God has appointed you as an executive officer and a delegate for the representation of the kingdom. As a representative, God has appointed you to get. How about that? God has appointed you to get. One of my favorite passages in scriptures is Deuteronomy 8:18. And you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get. And that's where I'd like to pause just for a moment. To get is the power to become. Too often we look at getting as posing something perishable, like money, things. However, I think there's a much deeper business principle here. It says God gives us the power to get. If what we are getting does not enrich our future, then we are not becoming. The passage goes on to tell us that God gives us the power to get wealth. Wealth is different than money. Money is a concept created by governments that begins in each and ends with each government. Wealth is something that becomes, though. Wealth is a kingdom concept that goes far beyond money. Proverb tells us to get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. When you have wisdom and apply understanding, you're implementing the power to get. Get what? Get wealth. It can be financial, but that's only a part. It can also be relational, physical, and mental. And if you've been in the marketplace very long, you're learning how important it is to become. What you become is the very thing that you can pass on and teach others. This is true wealth. And having the power to get has a purpose in the life of a believer, that God may establish his covenant, which he promised to our ancestors, and that promise remains with us today. In the marketplace, we're empowered to get wealth, wisdom, understanding, mental and physical health, and generational prosperity. Why? Because we cannot help others if we cannot show others. We cannot teach others if we haven't first realized the power to get in our own lives. You can't give somebody something you don't have. And you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. Deuteronomy 8:18. Stay blessed.